Wingdale, Sanchez, South Carolina finest, Orangeburg County owned. Then we got us a special guest in here today with us, Mr. Jermaine Brown. He the one who actually started me, Mike, with the workout, man. You know what I'm saying? Get my body right and stuff like that, man. So I'm gonna hand the floor to Jermaine. Go ahead, man. Just introduce yourself, Jermaine. Just let everybody know, who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Okay, great, man. First of all, I want to say appreciate you guys for having me on, man. It's an honor. You know what
Thank
I'm
you,
saying?
man.
I'm more than grateful to be on this platform with you guys, man. Yeah, so yeah, me and Daryl go way back, man.
Mm-hmm.
We started working out together, and we both kind of fed off each other, man.
Yep.
Both have competitive spirits, man, and
Mm-hmm.
just want to see each other get better, man.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm a certified personal trainer. I also have a youth football organization here in Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina, Next Level
Okay.
Spartans. So I'm all about giving back to the community and the youth. So I'm big on that. And I'm a big sports fan, man. I love talking sports. I love being around sports. And
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that sports just bring everybody together, man.
Yep.
So I'm excited about just coming in here, chopping it up with the brothers, man, and let's get this thing rolling.
All right, man. All right, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, we
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get go and see our model, man. We may not always be right. We may not always be wrong.
We can always get our mouths opinion what we're speaking on.
there it
And
is.
with that being said, man, hey Jermaine, what? Okay, you a youth football coach.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the draft. You saw what? Matter of fact, we ain't gonna even hit on that. Let's talk. What do you think about the draft? In its totality, as far as like the Carolina Panthers, picking who they pick. What do you think about that?
Okay, well, let me just tell you this. You see what I got on the University of Miami. So Cam Ward from the U. There you go. We're first round overall. So I'm loving it.
Uh-huh.
Now with it's crazy because with the Panthers pick, um, the Panthers just got so much stuff they gotta do. But I know so much need that they
Mm-hmm.
need on that team. But I know
Mm-hmm.
Dan Morgan, he's the type of guy, general manager, that he likes
Mm-hmm.
to build his team inside out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, to be that first pick that they
Mm-hmm.
got, um,
The wide receiver from
right,
Arizona.
right, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, was that the right one, right? And you're trying to think, was that what they needed, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
like I said, he liked to build inside out. Do I think that wide receiver would have been there? And for the next pick, I don't know. But I just think, me personally, I gave them, just by looking at it. I'm a Dallas fan, so let me get that out the way. I'm a Dallas
Mm-hmm.
fan. I don't have no
You see
alliance to the
that
Carolina Panthers, but I
Mm-hmm.
would have gave they draft grade like a C.
Okay.
A C, and that's just like you say, ain't no right or wrong. That's just me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I like to build inside out. I think you
Mm-hmm.
could have got that got another receiver later on down the line.
Exactly. Okay. And my homeboy Mike was saying the same thing too. He didn't really. Well, I would go ahead and let him speak on it. What do what do you think about the pick, Mike? You didn't like it.
Jermaine hit on a lot of the same points that I would have did. I mean, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of they just took. If you go back to last year's draft,
Uh
they
huh.
moved back up to be with Xavier Leggett.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it like this: that's telling you everything you need to know about Xavier Leggett. Either they don't believe in him or they don't trust him. But they
Mm-hmm.
came back this year, doubled down, and got another receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So last year they said Leggett's supposed to be his number one receiver. He
Mm-hmm.
had some up and down, real bad up and down. This
Mm-hmm.
guy, Ted McMillan, I'm not sold on him yet, but I'm gonna wait till they get on the field to see because he might be one of the ones that you talk junk about, and he might fan out to be better than what you thought.
Yeah.
But to me, when you historically bad on defense the way they were last year, the offense wasn't the problem with me. Even though they're having the
Mm-hmm.
receivers they had, Jalen Coker and Adam Thielen and Leggett and Chuba
Mm-hmm.
Hubbard and you had Rico Dowd came from the Cowboys. But my thing is, offense wasn't the problem. It was defense. So now
Defense.
you ain't got another offense. But at the same token, they doubled down on night two and got two defensive edge. They got the young
Mm-hmm.
kid from Texas A&M and they got the other guy from Ole Miss. Both of them had high grades.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. They went and got the big guy Cam from Florida, 6'6", 330 some pounds.
Yeah.
He's a run stopper. I like that pick. Now
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
running back pick of Trevor Etienne, I didn't
Yeah.
kind of understand. I really didn't understand
Mm-hmm.
that pick because that was a fourth round pick. That means that man needed to contribute this year. If you got Chuba and you got Rico, when are you going to play? So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand that pick. But getting Jimmy Horn, bringing him in
Yep.
at the seventh round was a great pick. Like I say, and even the safety from Ohio State was a good pick. But I want to
Yeah.
say something right quick, man. No pun intended, but I don't mind that I'll hold it up for you. But you say you're a Cowboy fan, man. I'm gonna tell you what I did tell you. Tell people here, take your left and right hand and choke yourself, man. That's a horrible squad right there. So, no disrespect to you, man, but we were doing good until you said I'm a Cowboy fan. And I'm like, hey, man, either you sick or something, or you was in the sun too long, but that's either here or there. But I'm gonna leave it alone. So we're gonna talk about the draft. So I'm gonna leave it alone. That was it. That's all I had to say to you, man.
Hey
Got you.
Jermaine, since you're saying that, man, what about your Cowboys? How you like what you think they did, with their picks? How you like their picks?
Hey, listen, I know a lot of people. This ain't gonna go over well with a lot of people. Even some of the Cowboys fans, like some of my partners, man. I think we did well, and I'm not saying that to be a homer. Again, I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of building inside out. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
got that. We got that lineman. Where that lineman came from? Was it Oklahoma? Was it Oklahoma?
Yeah,
What
something
was it?
like that.
Yeah,
Where?
Oklahoma something like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's big, and that's what we got to get back to because
Mm-hmm.
again, with going back, I'm not trying to get off topic, but Dak Prescott, I'm not really a big fan, but that's who we got. I
Mm-hmm.
think that he need a running
Mm.
game to complement his passing. You
Yeah.
can't just sit Dak Prescott back there, pay him Patrick Mahomes money, and don't perform
Mm.
like Patrick Mahomes or whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause, you got to have a running game. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that Dallas starting with that offensive, I mean that lineman, and then getting that D tackle from UCLA. Forget
Mm-hmm.
his name. But see, we got some in that guy right there. He can play the nose tackle and he can play the three technique too. So people
Mm-hmm.
gotta look
Mm.
at that. He's interchangeable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm.
big on inside out because we can find skill guys. You know what I'm saying? We can
Mm-hmm.
find skill guys because we're thinking about bringing your boy back, Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Amari
Mm-hmm.
Cooper back. We think about bringing him back. And Amari Cooper, when he was with Dallas, I mean, I thought he was really, I thought he was good. I mean, I know he didn't show up during
Mm-hmm.
away games, home
Mm-hmm.
games. He was phenomenal. Away games,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
he got missing. But I think
Mm-hmm.
Dallas with the new coaching staff, man, and we got some new energy. If Jerry Jones could kind of let them coach, I think we'll be all right, man. And I know I might seem like I'm a lunatic or whatever, but Dallas going to the Super Bowl, baby. Dallas going to the Super Bowl.
They go to the Super
I told
Bowl.
you. I told you was sick. Three things I'm gonna say about your team. You got Dakota. Anytime your quarterback named Dakota, you ain't gonna be no good. You said bring back Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is getting long in the tooth. He
Right,
might be
Yeah.
a good compliment on the other side because I can see that happen. I can see that
Yeah.
right,
I can see them going back to that. He built another side because at least he can catch the ball. So you
right.
gotta
Yeah.
have somebody. You have to have somebody opposite of your receiver that you don't want receiver on the other side. You
Yeah.
gotta have somebody opposite him. But when you gonna have Dakota, Michael Parsons. What's the receiver's name? I can't even think of his name.
Oh,
What, Jerry Judy?
No, yeah,
Lamb.
CeeDee
CD
Lamb.
Lamb?
Lamb.
Yeah.
If they pay Michael Parsons and they got CeeDee Lamb and they got Dakota making all this money, 1/3 of your payroll is going to three players. That's
Right,
out of
Yep.
53 million. That's out of
right.
53 million. And the last thing I'm gonna say about the Cowboys, because I don't like them, they're the worst team ever in the history to me because they fan base is crazy.
You
You
must
got
be
a
an
coach.
Eagles fan.
No. I'm gonna be honest. I was a Cowboy fan before the Panthers game, but now being in the Panthers, and the only reason I switched over because
Oh
when they
my
played in the playoffs,
gosh.
no,
That part.
when they played in the playoffs, you gotta understand the reason when you in Charlotte, you're either gonna be Pittsburgh, you're gonna be Washington, or you're gonna be Dallas. We didn't have
Yep.
a team at the time. I was a big Emmett fan. I was a Tony Dorsett fan. I was a Danny White and Randy White. I was a diehard
Okay.
Cowboy fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But they were loyal guys back then. Now you got this owner that I got. He took his stuff don't stink like nobody else. You won those Super Bowls based off of Jimmy Johnson. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Right?
The Barry Switzer won that Super Bowl. That was Jimmy Johnson boys.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Ever since then, y'all ain't sniffed the Super Bowl since then.
Right?
So my thing is, I'm trying to say this. I know they say about the Panthers. At least in the last 20, 25 years, we've been irrelevant. We went to two Super Bowls. We didn't lost them, but we went to them. So on Sunday, when you got your food and your chips and your homeboys and your drinks, whatever, you were watching nothing the Super Bowl. Y'all ain't been nowhere close to Super Bowl. And then the last point I'm gonna make about this, you got a coach now. I don't even think nobody even heard of him.
That's
I think
good.
they could have won. They could
That's
have won. They
great.
could have won. They could have went
That's
on the
good,
side of the
Jermaine.
street.
Yes, that's good. Hold on,
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you off, Michael.
Yo, you good?
That's good because we don't need. We listen. We already quote unquote America's team. We already know that. Now, with
Who said
that being
that?
said,
Y'all said that. I don't know
with
why.
that being listen, with that being said, though, on some real stuff. With that being said, we don't need that celebrity coach. That distraction. I think we need to put our head down as a coaching staff, right, with the
Mm-hmm.
no-name coaches and get to
Mm-hmm.
work. But now that can only work. The opposite word is if Jerry Jones would
Get
get
out the
out the
way.
way. That's the only. That's the only time. That's the only way it
Hey,
can
he
work.
never
Because
got
we
out
don't
the
need
way.
no big name coach, man. Though I mean, I think that coach is young and he hungry.
You think so?
Is he?
What is it? Schottenheimer? His name is Schottenheimer?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Is he
Yeah,
ever? Is Jerry Jones ever been out the way?
Yeah, he never been out the way.
right. No,
Mm.
and you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying. I'm praying. Let me put it this way. I'm praying that something change.
Well, I'll tell
Mm-hmm.
you what y'all do. I'm gonna tell you what y'all do. All y'all Cowboy fans go to AT&T Stadium. Get around the stadium. All y'all hold hands like a chain link. All y'all hold hands. Y'all make a chain as long as that street. Y'all can pray to whoever got. A long time ago, you had a hole in the stadium. They say God used to look down on
God
y'all.
looking down
Well, I'll
on us.
tell you what. He ain't been looking down on y'all for the last 35 years. I'm telling you that now because listen, y'all are boo boo. But we're not gonna talk about that. But listen, a serious
Yeah.
question we want to talk about. I'm gonna throw it out there
Go ahead.
for both of y'all. How do y'all feel about the Shador Sanders situation when he got, give me your feedback on why he failed, how he came before the pre-draft. He was a top 10 pick.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Unanimously, he's gonna be a top 10 pick to fall all the way to the 144 pick. Why do y'all think that happened? And what you think of the reason behind it? And be honest about it.
I'm
No
gonna let you
doubt.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead. Go
Jermaine.
ahead,
Go ahead.
Cal. You
No,
want
go
me to
ahead.
go?
I'll let you take the floor. You the
Okay.
guest. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, there you go. That's what I wanted to really no, that's a great question because everybody talking about it, so we might as well talk about it as well. Um
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
my 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 this is just my opinion, real talk. Um I think a lot of that was based off his dad, right? Deion,
Yeah.
the reason he fell based off the prime time Deion Sanders. Do I think it's right? No, I don't think it's right. But my butt is this, and I might get slack. I might get slack about it, but I think he was I thought that he thought that he was bigger than the NFL, and ain't
Uh-huh.
nobody bigger than the NFL. I don't care
Mm-hmm.
if the Mannies, John Elway did it back in '70. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what year that was, and then you got the Mannings did it. You're not. You got people got to understand. Deion Sanders is not. Sanders is not the Mannings. And then it
Mm-hmm.
was a totally two. It was totally different. You can look at Eli Manning in college compared to Shador. Eli, now this is me. Eli played in the SEC. Shador
Mm-hmm.
got not tripping. He played in what was it, the Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever it's called now.
Big 12. Uh-huh.
Eli, Big 12, yeah. Eli just had the more intangible. Eli was bigger, taller, wise, big
Mm-hmm.
arm. He had a bigger
Mm-hmm.
arm than Shador, and he
Mm-hmm.
and he played better competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Shador, and I'm not hating. Trust me, I'm not, because I love the brother, right? Now, again, do I think he's flashy? Yeah, but that's here
Mm-hmm.
nor there. Um, I just think that with him watching him play and me playing sports and played the sport, when you see him play, he's more of a system quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a system quarterback, right? And it seems like he don't throw people open, meaning that he don't anticipate, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got to the guys got to be wide open, or
Mm-hmm.
got some space. Whereas you
Mm-hmm.
look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton, I mean not Cam Newton, Cam Ward. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward, he's kind of like You know, he can ad lib more like
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying he's him, but
Yeah.
he can make stuff like he can make
Mm-hmm.
things happen with his feet
Mm-hmm.
and with his arm because he throw from different angles.
Yeah.
Shador being that pocket passer, just sitting in there, um, and not being fast, not being athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he don't understand the NFL. Man, everybody, them big linemen, them boys running 4.5, 4.6. And you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? If you can't outrun the people in college, then what you think you're gonna run with these grown men that's coming
Mm-hmm.
at you, right? Not, but the boy is if you give him time, he's the most accurate quarterback in college football, and that's no lie because if you look at his percentage rating, I think he was 70 something percent. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean
Mm-hmm.
that's incredible. That's
Mm-hmm.
remarkable. But again, and then you got to say he had a bad offensive line,
Defensive
had no
line, yeah.
running game. But again, you could put that on a offensive coordinator. You
Mm-hmm.
could also say that because they was trying to throw the ball like every single down. You like,
Mm-hmm.
and then he stayed in shotgun every down. I just don't. I just think to answer your question, I know I'm going on tangent. To answer your question, I think that he lost a lot of money because of what his dad said about him. He's not going to
Mm-hmm.
this. He's not going to this team or this team. Like he
Mm-hmm.
kind of know what team he's going to.
Mm-hmm.
I think owners didn't like that, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why he failed. And then also just the shenanigans on draft day. Not knocking what he had on. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
that's our culture, right? We like the chains, we
Mm-hmm.
like all this. I'm not a big fan of it, but he had the big chain on.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking he's gonna go there. That man, you gotta humble yourself, right? I don't. You just gotta humble yourself. That's just my opinion. But
Hey
and that's
man.
that.
Hey Jermaine, man. Hey
I've
man.
been saying it. I've been saying it.
Let me oh hey, I'm a you, one of my homeboy Sweat and Mike, and other homeboy Earl. Y'all kind of like saying the same thing. Y'all know, humble yourself.
Yeah.
Me, man, hey man, let me tell you something about me.
Oh,
I'm the goddamn, hey man, I'm the Nat Turner,
oh,
man. I ain't bowing down, I ain't holding myself to a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we ain't doing none of that. Because when the Mannings did it, Archie Manning stand up there with his son. Hey, he ain't going to San Diego Chargers. Now Deion Sanders he said it, but he said on a TV show or something like that, and he said, hey, I don't think my son need to go this place, that place, or whatever. When Archie Manning them did it, he was actually on stage with his son. Eli was saying, "Yeah, we ain't going to San Diego. We ain't." But Archie Manning did it, so he was just standing there bound. And when Deion said what he said, just like a father, you want to guide your son in the right direction. Now I can understand what you're saying. He needed to be humble, this and that. Might want to humble himself down. But don't you want your quarterback to be cocky? Don't you want him to be confident?
Right.
Don't,
Yeah.
hey,
I
No.
got
you
a,
you
que-
No.
want him to be confident, right?
I
Right.
got a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm in the class. I got a question.
Uh,
Um, if you get drafted, first of all, you get drafted, ain't it a privilege to go anywhere? You get drafted.
See,
When do
man.
when
See,
do we
see,
start?
see, see right there. See
No,
right there.
I'm asking the question. I'm
No,
asking the
I'm about to get you
question.
right there. See, man, that light skin in you, man. See what I'm saying? That light skin in you, man. Hey, man.
Second
I
point.
keep
Second
telling
point is
you.
that.
Hey, man. Like I told you yesterday, man. I'm gonna have to G money you. You see what Nino Brown did G money in
Yeah.
Hey man, I love you, but I gotta kill you, man. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
Cause you ain't about to take me down. You ain't about to go snitch on Master and say, hey Master, he
The,
about to go leave.
the second point
But
is no.
all seriousness. This is what it is about. The only reason why that happened, I think about it. And this is something totally that I was thinking about. Okay, when Trump got in the office, right? First thing he did, he got rid of DEI. Follow me on this, right? DEI. So when you got rid of DEI, corporations and stuff like that, they can fire you for anything. You don't have to be saying, you were discriminated against, it was racism, it was color, you know what I'm saying? Now, when he did that, that gave those owners the whip back. Now the owner can say they don't have to the whole the what's that the Rooney what's that little thing where you got the interview with one of the little black coaches? That's out the window.
Yeah.
That's out the window. The owners can pretty much say, "Hey, we don't want nobody. We don't want a Shador." That's why they say they took Shador off the charts. allowed the owners to take him off. You can't you can't sue the NFL for none of that stuff because DEI is out the window. That gave us a lot of those companies. They can fire you, get rid of you for any reason, and they can't be sued. Now, the reason I said, hold on, Mike, let me finish getting this out. The reason I said Shedeur, and that was a perfect example. The owners went in there and said, hey, we don't want to meet, I don't like him, we don't want him in our organization, take him off the board. Now, if he could be a top 5 player, he was probably like a top 2, top 3 player. All of a sudden, he dropped down to the 5th round. And like you said, he's one of the most accurate passes there was, 70%. He got, like I said, he got sacked like 90 times within the past 2 years, right? But he still got up, balled out. You ain't never seen him fuss at none of the linemen or nothing like that. It was the next play on. You know what I'm saying? So wouldn't you want a quarterback that when he under pressure, when the line is not blocking anybody, he get up, he come out, he just keep on throwing, he keep on playing because you know they didn't have a running game, so they didn't have the offensive line. So he's in there, he's taking those hits, he's tough, he's smart, he's accurate. Those are qualities that you want in a quarterback, right? I mean,
Yeah, no.
okay.
I mean, yeah. But the question is, why did he fall? Right? Why did he fall down? And it's because
I'm about to give you the answer.
Huh?
I'm about to give you the answer to that. I'm
No. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is like this here. You said something earlier. It was his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy could be arrogant when he played because his daddy was a special. He's the greatest cornerback to ever play.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
His daddy could do that.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Do it slow footed, first of all. He has to go somewhere. He got to bring off his line. You get him off his line, he'll kill you. But second of all, you have to distinguish who your daddy is and who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting all this on Shedeur. It's a lot of this on Deion.
Yep.
Deion allowed the camera to come in there. He allowed Gilly to come in there. He allowed his son with his big old chain, like Jermaine was saying. That's our culture. We get that. I understand. You can't knock that. They're millionaires. Deion and his sons are millionaires already. I can't knock that. Something I wish I would. But that ain't my cup of tea either. I'm not flashy. My thing is humble yourself. Have a few people in there, but you got celebrities in there. Look at Deion every game. ESPN was on the sideline all of a sudden, not so much for the games and Travis Hunter, but look who on the sideline. One day they had Quavo out there. I'm like, who cares Quavo at the game? They had Gerald on at the game. Who cares? Who cares about this? No, listen. A lot of times, I let you talk. Hold.
Yeah,
you gotta understand something. Deion Sanders is still doing what Deion did when he was playing sports. Deion loved the limelight. And even when he's playing or when he's not playing, just like Floyd Mayweather. Some of these athletes love the limelight. Instead of saying, you know what, I had my time, I'm gonna let my kids let them go play, let them be them, let them do them. But no, you're still trying to hold his hand, saying what team. Your son, he's good, but it ain't like he's no. You said Eli Manning, perfect example. Who is Eli Manning brother? Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks to ever do. Eli has the same thing. Shedeur don't have. He's not a cornerback and ran a 4.2 like his daddy. He's a quarterback. So you need to humble. You should have pulled Shedeur in. Say, hey, son, humble yourself. Go to these, and this is what they said happened. They said they went to the combine. They said there's 32 teams in the combine. They said he was walking by 20 rooms. Like, I ain't going to interview for them. I ain't going to interview. Like, bro, this is a job interview. You cannot go out there being that arrogant, walking past people. I ain't doing this. I'm Deion Sanders' son. Who give a damn? Who cares?
Who said you're not lying? Yeah, you right.
That?
Hey, Michael, you hit everything on the head. No, even when he went on his interview with the Giants and another team, you know what I'm saying? They say he did not interview well at all based on their assumption on him. They said that he did not interview well at all. They felt like, quote unquote, that he thought that he was already like made it, right?
Yeah,
right. And again, it's not all of that. If you're confident, that's all good. Play with confidence, but it's a certain way you gotta handle yourself as a professional, right? We talk about as a professional. Man, this dude, I don't know if y'all was watching the Cam Ward and his Shador little
Oh yeah, going back and
YouTube
forth
thing.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Shador was like, "Yo, man, let's make a rap video and this and that." And Cam was like, his response was like, "Yo, man, nah, man, I'm a football player, man. I don't, basically, man, I don't do all that."
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the difference. Are you gonna get Shador football, or Shador half football, half trying
Mm-hmm.
to be a rapper? You need 100%, especially at the quarterback position. You need 100% of Shador. You don't need them cameras. You don't need his
Mm-hmm.
brother with his camera thing following you
Yeah,
around in the Cleveland Brown
Mm-hmm.
organization. Man, no what? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can't do that. I mean,
But
you
the
guess
can,
reason
what?
I say,
Let me
the reason I
let me say this
say,
right here.
go ahead,
The
go
NFL, the
ahead.
NFL do it.
What
because
they got
that's
to do with
No,
anything? It's
no,
the
no, 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 no,
NFL.
no, 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 no. Don't the NFL do it? They have cameras in all it. When in
That's the
all this.
but
NFL.
that's the
No, no, no,
NFL.
no, 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 no. We ain't doing that. This is like you said. This is a new day and age, right? Everybody got cameras everywhere, right? The
No, but
NFL do it,
that's the
right?
NFL. That's the NFL. So the NFL, that's their money they getting. He's bringing in
Yeah,
another entity, his brother, well-off media. That means he's getting access to the NFL inside locker rooms, what the coach is talking about during a
Now
halftime and this, and they getting paid off. The NFL ain't getting nothing.
I don't think he could be in. I don't think he could be in at the NFL because the NFL got the inside access, so they can't. They
but
won't
see,
have those
Daryl, you
cameras in
asked me
there.
a question. You asked me a question. You say, how do I know that this stuff happened with Shador? Well,
Yeah.
right after the draft, he came out and said, you know what? I could have handled the combine a whole lot different.
Oh
They'll
yeah, he
tell you
A
did.
everything
lot.
you need to know. So it ain't
No,
like
a
he
lot of
lying.
because a
Everybody,
lot of those because he ain't been on a
no.
play that didn't want to throw in the combine. There's a lot of them number
No,
one
no, no, no,
quarterbacks
no,
don't
no,
want to
no,
throw
no,
in the
no, no,
combine.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about throwing the combine. I'm talking about so far
Mm-hmm.
as he said he could have handled I'm assuming, I'm paraphrasing what he's saying. It probably, if he could go back, he would have did things differently at the combine than what he did. So this is why, and like I say, this his actions at the combine, them owners, like you said, got together and say, you know what, he came here brash, arrogant. We're gonna show him. Now Cleveland could have took him in the second round or the third round or whatever, but they let him sit there and sweat it out and let him know, listen. And this is sometimes the way God let you know to humble yourself, son.
Hey man,
Humble yourself. You
I know
already
y'all
right around.
know.
Listen, you already right around the Rolls Royce.
I know y'all know it's bigger than that, man. So don't even act like you ain't see what everybody else see, man. It's bigger than
Oh
that.
no, right, right.
It's
I'm not
bigger than
saying
that.
it's right.
We
Listen,
did, but you
listen.
saying you try to minimize. You try to minimize what he how he calls this.
Oh, go ahead, Jermaine. Say what you about
No,
to say,
no,
Jermaine.
I'm not saying that's right. Trust me, he shouldn't have dropped all the way down to fifth round or whatever. I
Yeah,
think for real,
yeah,
those
yeah,
two,
yeah, yeah.
Gabriel from Oregon and that kid from Virginia, I don't think they should have went for him. They was making an example out of him. That's all that was. They was making, but
Look at the
Exactly. Yeah,
again,
mind.
true.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
but again, I mean, he
True.
made his own bed though. He
But
made his
true, but
own
it,
yeah.
bed.
just,
Yes.
just just like how you said, Jermaine, they made an example out of why and why is that? I'm gonna tell you why that is. It's all the same thing. Like I would tell you, you got that old money, that old massive money. These
Right,
NFL, we ain't so far back from slavery now. You got to think about that. We still kind of like intertwined in that. So these old NFL owners, they got this old money, this old mentality. Look how old Jerry Jones is. Jerry
right,
Jones still got that slave mentality, that
right,
master mentality. We all know
right.
that. So it's a lot of them that still got that same mentality. So what I'm
But let me
saying
ask you,
is,
okay.
go ahead,
But
Mike.
all I'm saying, that I get what you're saying. But listen, you saying everything that you're saying. That's how you feel. I get it. But you never have said yet that Shador should take accountability to how his action was, what he did
No,
wrong. You're
no,
not saying none of that.
I don't think he should. Because you know why? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Keyword humble. When somebody wants you to be when somebody wants you to humble or want you to be humble before them, right? It's usually to me. I'm gonna get like it's an older person. Like if I got a elder, I'll humble myself before my elder, like my granddad and my great granddaddy. That word humble is for the 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 master when the slave seems like he's getting a little bit out of context. Hey boy, you need to humble
Why
yourself.
would they got to be slave with you? Why would they got to be
Because
referencing
that's what it
slavery?
is, bro. It is. It's that always intertwined in the NFL, man. As long as you got this old money, these old owners, it's the same thing, bro. And the reason why Shador, and I'm gonna tell you why the reason why he ain't been humble. You know why he wasn't humble? When you got money, you don't got to be humble. When you need money, that's when you humble yourself. Think about it.
Okay, so basically,
Think about it now.
he got what he deserved.
When you
Then.
broke and you ain't got no money, you be a little bit more humble because you want to get that money, right?
So
Right?
you answer your own question why he failed because he wasn't
That means
humble.
you ain't got
He
to kiss
already
no
got money.
butt. You ain't got to kiss no butt. I ain't kissing nobody butt because if I broke, I'm broke. I've been broke all my life. I'ma still be broke, but I ain't about to kiss nobody butt now. You can get that. It's all about a
He
respect
did.
thing, man.
So
Respect.
basically, so basically, you saying that he was privileged then?
Exactly. I'm saying he got money. The same thing with Eli. Eli Manning had money, so his daddy could say that.
Yeah, but
He
Eli
got the money.
wasn't doing. Eli wasn't doing what Shador was doing.
What you mean? He telling what he wasn't gonna play?
No,
What
no,
you talking
Eli.
about?
Eli wasn't out here. Eli wasn't out here going. Eli wasn't out here crashing out on interviews. Again, not going back to the jury and stuff. That's our culture. But Eli wasn't out here throwing big parties and stuff like that. And didn't, you know what I'm saying? And
Man, but you gotta think about it. That was 2011 when Eli that draft? 2011, right? Yeah, 2011.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
they're not wearing no jewelry, no stuff like that. Hey, because
Man,
it's the
Deion
other
Sanders
side. They
wore
ain't
jury
doing that.
back in. Man, Deion Sanders was wearing jury back then.
No, I'm talking about Eli Manning. They're
They're
not
not
wearing no
gonna
stuff
do
like that.
that. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah. So,
It
but I'm
just see
saying,
my thing is it's not it don't matter what you have on and what it's not black. See, my thing is if it's what you think it is, Daryl, what you saying, I'm not gonna this is what you think it is. If you think
it
it's
is.
this, then don't go in there and get an MO to do that.
Right.
Go in
Oh,
there and be humble.
you want to be a Samuel Jackson in Django.
No, no.
Master. That what you want to be? I ain't bucking down on nobody, man. Either you gonna respect me as a man or don't respect me. Money or no
Hey,
money.
well, listen, and that's what happened, Dal. They didn't respect it, and he lost millions of dollars.
Okay, I can
Now
agree
he
with
got
that.
a.
He got money. See, Jermaine, he can lose millions because how you lose something you ain't never had? He ain't never had the millions of dollars. He already got it.
Right,
You
I
can't
know,
lose
but he
nothing you ain't
would
never
no,
had.
no, but he
Huh?
would have had it.
Hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You still ain't got it. It don't even matter what you would have had. Hey, I can think about the time how many times I would have had something. Hey, it is what it is. It's in the win, man. But he got money. He got the NIL deal, so they got money in college. So he's straight.
Well, yeah, I
So
mean, yeah,
you can kind of
yeah. His dad, look at his dad got money. Yeah, his NIL money is good, but again, living that life that he wants to live. I mean, he want. I think Shador wants to get out of his daddy limelight, man, and the only way he can do that is for Deion. I mean, for his dad to kind of fall back. Because even when he got signed, did y'all not hear when Deion Sanders was like, "Yo, can I speak to the GM?" He was like, "Yo, I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that when
I
when
ain't
he
seen.
was on the phone when he was on the phone with the GM when they was congratulating him, because they
Yeah.
was doing that backyard party. Deion Sanders was tapping him on the shoulder. Hey, yo, let me get the phone. Let me speak to the GM. Like, yo, who does that? Like,
I
who
mean, he
does
probably
that?
has something to say to him. Like he
I mean,
probably say, "Hey, man,
what sixth rounder, what first rounder dad come out and be like, hey, let me speak to the GM?
But he
Like you see what I'm
Dion, so
saying?
he can do. He Dion, so he can do that. He
And
Dion,
that's
so
what
he can do that.
and that's why people didn't pick him, because you know what? They thought that, you know what? He's been caught away. He's been with Dion for so long. It's either Dion way or no way. So if he's not doing something right with us, then they might them coaches might feel like, damn, they might go ahead and fire me and then and try to get Dion. So that's why them GMs probably didn't want that either.
Yeah, I
Because
heard
they
that
was
too. I
looking
heard that's
behind
in
their
the air too.
back.
It's a lot of stuff that's in the wind. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, the draft is over and done with, man. I mean, we'll see how this pan out. I don't think he gonna pan out in Cleveland. I think they already got him set up for to not even try to make the team. So It is what it is.
I think he is going to do. I think they're going to. I think he's going to beat out Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to beat out Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to beat it because they're going to get rid of Watson and your other kid that's there. What's the old quarterback that's there?
The dude from who?
Yeah, Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco.
Flacco, Flacco just gonna be there as a mentor. Then you got that dude from Oregon. He's gonna beat him out. So it's really, to me, it's really him and Kenny Pickett, and I think he'll they got Sanders on a real good. Yeah, they got Sanders on a real good deal too. I mean, a real friendly deal. So if they want to cut him, they could cut him and don't lose no big money. You see what I'm saying? So I think he gonna beat him out.
I don't know. It's kind of crazy if this is what was the guy that you wanted. Like I said, why would you pick the Oregon quarterback in front of him? That don't make no sense to me. But hey, and then you come back and pick him. Pick him with it don't make no sense. Like that it seemed like that's a wasted pick. They could have got somebody. They could have got a defensive player or something like that with that pick.
Right.
With the Oregon pick. So I don't know. Especially if you have Deion, I'm pretty sure they probably had Deion rated higher than the dude in Oregon. But you just wasting a pick to prove a point. With you Cleveland, you ain't got time to be wasting no picks. You know?
Right.
But, it is what it is, man. Hey, Jermaine, man, let us know about your your little coach in your little league, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. Absolutely. So, Next Level Spartans, it's a youth football organization here in Charlotte, North Carolina, man, ages 5 through 12. And we've been around since 2019, man. And it's been great, man. It's been great. Our first 3 years, our older age group, the 12U age group, they went, and won the North Carolina League championship, and actually also went to the Nationals. Now, the first year we went in 2019, out of 13 teams that was in Florida. Because when people say, and this was what gets me, with youth football, they be like, they got the #1 youth football in the state of, in the world, in the United States. Come on, dog. Like, that's not true. Based on who you play, for example, we went to the Nationals down in Florida, and we know it's more than 13 12U teams in the United States, but only 13 showed up. And out of that 13, I was telling them, out of that 13 that showed up, we had placed third. You know what I mean? So, for the first year, and that was good. And then our second year, we went to the Nationals again, back to back. Then we came in second. And then our third year, 3 years in a row we went. And then we never won it all. We came third, second, then we came runner up. So, but with that being said, man, we have over 120 kids, man. We also do cheerleading too, and it's just a fun atmosphere for the kids and the families, and it's very diverse, no drama. You know what I mean? And we just trying to give back to the youth.
Okay.
How can they get in contact with you? How can people who want to turn their kids up, so put it out on the platform, how can they get in contact with you?
Absolutely, man. And they could get in contact with the Next Level Spartans by going to nlspartans.com. Again, that's nlspartans.com. And also we are on Instagram. You could go to Next Level Spartans Youth Football is our Instagram page. But yeah, that's how you could get in contact with us. And we start our fall, and we start our fall season July 11th. July 11th is when we start fall.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Hey, man. Like I said, Jermaine, thank you, man. We appreciate you joining us, man. Talking sports and stuff like this. We definitely going to, link back up again. Probably before the season start, man, and get some more invites, especially like when spring training start. We want to get some more information from you, man. What your take on certain things, man.
Absolutely, man. Again, I appreciate you guys having me, man. Michael, man, I appreciate
no problem.
Talking with you, man.
Yeah. Hey, I got some message for you, man.
Okay.
I got some medicine for you too to get you back right, so you can get off them Cowboys. I got some Robitussin for you, so we're gonna give you some cold medicine or
Hey,
something. We're
we
gonna
all need to
get
listen.
you right.
We
You
all
already
need to
know.
link up. We all need to link up and get a workout in, man. I got a studio up here too, man. That'd be good, man. We can all
Yeah, definitely,
link
man.
up
Definitely.
sometime.
Okay,
Okay, that's what's up,
that'll
Jermaine. We'll
work,
definitely do that, man.
man.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate it, man. Like I say, we're gonna catch y'all next time on another episode of My Speaking Podcast. It's your boy Mike, it's your boy Daryl, and Jermaine. We out, man.
All right. Appreciate you.
Peace out,
Later.
man. All right,
Peace
later.
out.